Nan-in, a Japanese master during the Meiji era, which is from 1868 to 1912, received a university professor, and you know these people, who came to inquire about Zen. Nanin served some tea. He poured his visitor's cup full and then kept on pouring. What an idiot, thought the distinguished professor. And a waste of my time, too. The professor watched the overflow until he no longer could restrain himself. It's overfull. No more will go in. Like this cup, Nanin said. Sometimes we have to deconstruct our own mind in order to make room for a different way to go. This is a classic example of a Zen koan. And what the hell is that, you may ask yourself. A Zen koan is a story, most of the time a dialogue between two characters that ends up always with a question open to interpretation, you could say. Or more like a question that doesn't have a direct answer, really. It's a very common thing for a Zen practitioner to meditate on the same koan for years, if not their entire life. And the answer they give to the question will depend on their own spiritual growth as they progress in life. Most of the time when someone talks about joy or happiness, they say finding or searching for it, as if it were something you can get from the outside world. Well, I have a different opinion on that subject, one that suits me better. It's more convenient. Happiness or joy mustn't come from the outside. If it does, it puts you in a bad position already because it means you depend on something or someone else to be happy, which is not the same thing to share your happiness with others. Joy is a decision. This little flower I'm drawing today makes me happy, but it does so because I drew it. I have always loved art, painting, drawing, music, and so on, but like most people, I didn't carry on with my wishes. I never fulfilled it, and I don't know why. So 2 years ago I decided enough was enough, and I began learning to draw, with only YouTube tutorials. But that's more than enough, and after the very uncomfortable beginning, I started drawing some decent things, at least for me they were. It's been more than a year since I drew anything, so it's about time for me to do something about it. But the point here is that I decided to make it happen. It didn't come on its own. I had to practice. But it's the same thing with everything, really. Sometimes you have to make things happen, then it becomes natural. Anyway, it's also my decision to believe that. It's a belief, but I'm aware of it. I prefer to live my life as my own writer, director, and actor, than as an spectator. Not the easiest path, but hey, it's not boring. But what do I know? I'm just a kid with a dream, right?